Look, a lot of people ask, how can I trust God more? Now, it's interesting because my word for the year, each year I choose a word. FCA does this thing called a word for the year, and each year you choose a word to focus on instead of like a New Year's resolution, because no one keeps their New Year's resolution. So I chose the word trust this year to just focus on trusting God. It's been a hard year. There's been trials. There's been times where I've realized how much I don't trust God. But here's what I've been learning. If we want to grow in trust with God, we all want to trust God more. If we want to grow in that, we have to grow in knowing God more. Think about it like this. You trust someone when you see how dependable their character is. You know who they are. It's easier to trust them. If you trust someone without knowing them, that's how you get your heart broken. That's how things don't work out. That's how you get betrayed. But if you know someone and you know you can trust them, it makes it easier to trust them. And the same thing with God. The more we know God, his unchanging nature, his faithfulness, his love, his goodness, the more we know him by spending time in his word, spending time with him alone in the secret place, the more we develop our trust in him. Because the more we know him, the greater our trust can be in him. The Bible constantly tells us to know the Lord more. And when I talk about knowing the Lord, it's not just an intellectual knowledge, it's a experiential knowledge in your heart. The word know is the word gnosko, first used in the Bible. Adam knew his wife Eve. It doesn't mean he just knew about Eve. It means they knew each other in intimacy. And God wants us to know him in an intimate way, to experience who he is. And the more we experience him by spending time with him, the easier it is to trust him. It just comes naturally. So if you want to grow in trust, grow in knowing him. Spend time in his word, spend time in prayer, spend time in community, and get to know this Jesus.